Seniors, you might not believe this, but 4 simple nuts, the kind you can pick up in almost any grocery store, can actually help protect your vision and even begin to repair the damage of aging eyes while you sleep. That matters because so many people over 60 are quietly struggling with vision problems far more serious than just needing stronger reading glasses. Maybe you've noticed it yourself. Eyes that sting or burn when you try to read the paper. Dark spots, halos, or hazy patches that make it harder to recognize a neighbor across the street. Or even the smile on your granddaughter's face. Others say they feel like the lights in their world are dimming, and what scares them most is the thought, am I slowly going blind? But here's something important to understand. What you're experiencing is not just normal aging. In many cases, it's the result of years of micronutrient depletion, poor circulation to the retina, and chronic low-grade inflammation that quietly damages the delicate tissues inside your eyes. And much of that damage tends to happen at night, during the very hours when your body should be repairing itself. The frustrating truth is, while the rest of your body is supposed to heal in your sleep, your eyes are often left without the tools they need to restore themselves. But here's the good news. There is a natural way to change that. No prescriptions, no expensive eye drops, no complicated procedures. In this video, we'll reveal 4 powerful nuts that each support your eyes in unique ways, boosting circulation, fighting inflammation, protecting against harmful light, and preserving the structural strength your eyes need. And don't forget to watch until the very end, because the last nut may be the most surprising of all, and could make the biggest difference for your vision. Welcome to Senior Health Formula, the smart approach to staying strong after 60. If you want clear, practical guidance to protect your health and energy as you age, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Let's begin with something small, green, and surprisingly powerful: pistachios. Most people know them for their mild flavor and satisfying crunch, but few realize that pistachios act like a natural pair of sunglasses for your eyes. The benefit is simple but profound. Pistachios help shield your retina, especially the macula, the part of your eye that allows you to see fine details from one of the biggest threats seniors face every day: blue light. Now here's why this matters. Your eyes are under constant assault from light. Sunlight, yes, but also from TVs, phones, tablets, and computer screens. Even if you don't spend hours staring at devices, your eyes still absorb this light. Over time, that exposure wears down the delicate tissues that keep your vision clear and sharp. That's where 2 pigments found in pistachios step in: lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients are carotenoids, plant-based compounds that gather in the macula and literally filter out the harshest, most damaging wavelengths of blue light. Think of them as an internal shield. Without them, harmful light penetrates deeper into your retina, speeding up age-related degeneration. With them, your eyes have built-in protection that reduces glare, improves contrast sensitivity, and slows the progression of conditions like macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss after 60. What makes pistachios even more special is that they don't just contain lutein and zeaxanthin. They also provide the healthy fats that help your body absorb these compounds more effectively. That means you're not just eating the nutrients, you're actually using them. Research published in Nutrients has shown that higher dietary intake of lutein and zeaxanthin is linked to better visual performance in dim light and improved recovery after glare exposure. Exactly the challenges many seniors describe when driving at night. So how can you put pistachios to work for you? The good news is you don't need a large amount. A small handful in the evening, about 1 ounce or 30 grams, is enough. Pair them with a calming herbal tea like chamomile to help you relax before bed, and you've created a simple ritual that nourishes your eyes, while also preparing your body for deeper rest. I remember one gentleman, Harold, who was 68. We made a few gentle changes to his evening habits, one of them being a small serving of pistachios before bed. 2 months later, he called me. His words were simple but powerful. "Doc, I'm driving again. And for the first time in years, I'm not afraid of the dark." That's the kind of difference a little green nut can make. Pistachios aren't just a snack. For seniors, they're a shield, a steady defense that helps protect your vision from the daily wear of modern life. Now let's move to another small but mighty nut: hazelnuts. Most people think of them in chocolate spreads or holiday treats, but for seniors, hazelnuts can be one of the simplest ways to keep your eyes hydrated, resilient, and strong. The key benefit: hazelnuts are loaded with vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for preserving moisture and protecting the structural framework of your eyes. Here's why that matters so much after 60. As we age, our bodies naturally lose collagen, not just in our skin, but also in our eyes. Collagen forms the scaffolding that supports the cornea, the lens, and even the tiny blood vessels that keep your eyes nourished. When collagen weakens, your eyes begin to lose flexibility and moisture. That's when dry eyes, scratchiness, blurred vision, and longer adjustment times between light and dark become more than just minor annoyances, they become daily struggles. This is where hazelnuts step in. Vitamin E in hazelnuts slows down the breakdown of collagen and acts as a shield for the delicate membranes around your eyes. It locks in moisture, reduces oxidative stress, and keeps the surface of your eyes smoother and more comfortable. In fact, studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have linked higher vitamin E intake with lower risk of age-related cataracts and slower decline in visual clarity. But here's the part. Many people miss vitamin E is fat-soluble, which means it needs to be consumed with healthy fats to be absorbed properly. Hazelnuts naturally combine vitamin E with the right fats, making them one of the most efficient ways to deliver this crucial nutrient exactly where your body needs it. So, how should you enjoy them? A small handful in the evening, about 8 to 10 hazelnuts, is all it takes. Try them as a simple bedtime snack or pair them with a piece of fruit like an apple for a balanced treat. That way, you're not only protecting your eyes, but also avoiding the heavy sugary desserts that can spike blood sugar and disrupt sleep. I remember a woman named Lydia, 69 years old, who came to me embarrassed. Her eyes were painfully dry, and the excess tearing was her body's way of trying to compensate. We added hazelnuts to her nightly routine along with a few other gentle changes. A month later, she returned with a smile. She said, "I can finally look people in the eyes again without worrying." Hazelnuts may be small, but they help preserve the very structure that keeps your eyes moist, flexible, and focused, so you can greet each day with comfort and clarity. Number 3. If hazelnuts help keep your eyes moist and resilient, then Brazil nuts play an equally important role. They act like firefighters, calming the invisible flames of inflammation that silently damage your vision over time. The benefit here is clear. Brazil nuts are one of the richest natural sources of selenium, a trace mineral your body only needs in tiny amounts, but one that carries enormous power for eye health. Why does selenium matter so much? Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the biggest hidden culprits behind problems like dry eye syndrome, blurry vision, early cataracts, and even the constant gritty feeling many seniors describe. Left unchecked, this inflammation wears down the retina, the lens, and the cornea, essentially all the fragile tissues responsible for clear sight. Selenium helps put out those flames by reducing oxidative stress and supporting the body's natural defense systems. But selenium doesn't stop there. It also helps regenerate vitamin E, recycling it, so that this crucial antioxidant can continue protecting the fatty tissues of your eyes. In simple terms, selenium makes sure vitamin E doesn't burn out too quickly, allowing it to keep your eyes hydrated and structurally sound for longer. Unfortunately, many older adults in the US are mildly deficient in selenium and don't even know it. I've reviewed countless lab reports from patients in their 60s and 70s who struggled with chronic irritation or cloudy vision, and more often than not, their selenium levels were low. That deficiency leaves the door wide open for inflammation to run rampant. The good news is that it doesn't take much to correct this. Just one Brazil nut a day, yes. Only one provides more than enough selenium to meet your body's needs. Eating more than 2 or 3 can actually be too much, so moderation is key here. That's what makes Brazil nuts so remarkable. A single nut can make a measurable difference. Walter, 74, told me his eyes constantly felt irritated. He relied on eye drops just to get through the day. We added a single Brazil nut to his evening routine. A month later, he told me simply, "My eyes don't burn anymore. They feel calm." So if hazelnuts give your eyes the structure and moisture they need, Brazil nuts provide the calm, reducing irritation, soothing inflammation, and allowing your eyes to function without the constant stress of internal fire. Finally, if Brazil nuts help calm the hidden fires of inflammation, then walnuts bring something just as vital. They fuel the connection between your eyes and your brain. Here's the key benefit. Walnuts are one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid (ALA). These healthy fats are crucial for your nervous system, and your eyes are not separate from your brain. They're directly linked by the optic nerve, meaning your vision depends on smooth, fast communication between the two. As we age, that connection begins to slow. Blood flow to the retina decreases, nutrient absorption weakens, and the signal between eye and brain lags. That's when you may notice slower reaction to changes in light, trouble seeing details in dim conditions, or the sense that your eyes are working harder just to keep up. Walnuts step in here. Omega-3s improve circulation to the retina and optic nerve, protect nerve fibers from oxidative stress, and reduce inflammation that disrupts visual signals. In a way, walnuts act like an oil change for your visual system, restoring the smooth flow of information your eyes and brain need to work together. Research supports this. Studies published in the Journal of Nutrition have linked higher omega-3 intake with a reduced risk of age-related macular degeneration and improved cognitive function in older adults. In other words, walnuts don't just help you see more clearly, they also support mental clarity and focus. Two things. Many seniors worry about losing along with their vision, so how should you enjoy them? About 5 to 7 walnut halves in the evening is enough. Eat them plain, mix them into a small bowl with the other nuts we've discussed, or pair them with a calming herbal tea. The key is consistency, making walnuts a gentle nightly ritual, not an occasional treat. One of my patients, June, age 72, told me she had stopped painting because colors looked dull and her mind felt foggy. We added walnuts to her evening routine. 3 weeks later, she came back with a bright smile and a small painting of sunflowers. She said simply, "It feels like my eyes woke up." That's the power of walnuts. They don't just protect your eyes, they sharpen the very connection between sight and thought, allowing you to experience the world with more clarity, color, and confidence. For seniors, it's not just about seeing better. It's about living with a clearer mind and a brighter outlook. We've covered a lot today, and I hope you can see just how powerful 4 simple nuts can be for your eyes. Let's take a moment to bring it all together. Pistachios act like internal sunglasses, shielding your macula from harmful blue light and helping you see more clearly in dim conditions. Hazelnuts work like a natural moisturizer, protecting collagen and locking in the hydration that keeps your eyes comfortable and resilient. Brazil nuts are the firefighters, delivering selenium that calms silent inflammation and supports vitamin E to defend fragile eye tissues. And finally, walnuts provide the omega-3 fats that restore the vital connection between your eyes and your brain, bringing sharper sight and clearer thinking. 4 different nuts, 4 unique gifts. And together they create something truly powerful, a nightly ritual that helps your eyes repair themselves while you sleep. Think about that for a moment. While you rest, your body is busy regenerating, healing, and rebuilding. But if your eyes don't have the tools they need, the repair doesn't happen. By adding just a small serving of these nuts before bed, you give your eyes exactly what they've been asking for: the nourishment to restore moisture, protect against damage, and keep the signal between brain and vision strong. And here's the best part. This isn't about expensive supplements or complicated treatments. You don't need to spend hundreds on eye creams, drops, or special glasses. You don't need to accept that blurry vision, glare, or constant irritation are just part of aging. What you do need is consistency, the simple act of giving your body the right support night after night. I've seen this make a real difference. Seniors who told me they were afraid to drive at night now feel safe on the road again. People who once gave up on hobbies like painting or reading rediscovered them with joy. Others told me their eyes finally felt calm, no longer burning or watering constantly. These aren't miracles. They're the natural results of feeding your eyes what they need to stay strong. So here's my encouragement to you: don't wait. Tonight, set aside a small handful, a few pistachios, some hazelnuts, 1 Brazil nut, and a few walnuts. Pair them with a warm cup of herbal tea. Turn off the screens, sit in a quiet space, and let this become your signal that it's time for healing. Because your age doesn't define your vision. Your past choices don't erase your chance to heal. Every small act of care adds up, and it can begin with something as simple as a handful of nuts before bed. Thank you for spending this time with me here on Senior Health Formula, the smart approach to staying strong after 60. If you found this helpful, please give the video a like, share it with someone who could use this advice, and let us know in the comments which of these nuts you'll be trying tonight. In our next video, we'll reveal 4 simple snacks you can enjoy before bed that also support clearer vision overnight. Just like today's nuts, these snacks are easy to find, gentle on digestion, and powerful for your eyes. Make sure you stay tuned for that one. It could be the perfect next step in your nightly routine. And of course, subscribe so you don't miss the next natural science-backed tip to help you